Thank you so much for joining me for this rest day practice today. It's going to be a really good one for general mobility, particularly around the hips and a little bit in the shoulders as well. So we're going to go ahead and get started in a nice, comfortable seated place. So maybe you're in Sukhasana, easy pose, crossed legs like me, or maybe you're just sort of sat down in an armchair. You can always lean against something, but finding a place that you can stay for a few moments. And we're just going to start by rolling the shoulders back. So we're lifting the shoulders over the hips and maybe just allowing the hands to rest down at the very beginning and drawing a really deep inhale in through the nose. We're going to sweep the arms up overhead. With the exhale, we're going to turn to the right and taking the right hand behind, just resting the left hand on the outside of the right knee. If you roll the shoulder back, maybe taking the head to turn behind, drawing a really deep inhale, and with the exhale, just allowing the twist at the waist to deepen. With the next inhale, turning back to center, reaching up through the fingers. And with the exhale, we're going to turn to the left, taking the left hand behind and the right hand just resting on the outside of the left knee. Rolling the left shoulder back on the inhale. And with the exhale, just allowing the twist at the waist to deepen just a little bit more. And just taking the gaze over the left shoulder. With the inhale, we're going to come back through the center, sweeping the hands high, rolling the shoulders back, taking a really deep inhale here. And with the exhale, we're going to fold forwards and only coming down as far as feels comfortable. So maybe tucking the chin at the very bottom and just allowing all the muscles through the hips to soften into place. We're going to take one more really deep inhale here. And with the next inhale, we're going to walk the hands back in, lifting the chest, and we're going to cross the legs over on the other side. So taking the unfamiliar cross, the way we don't normally cross things, it can feel a little bit unfamiliar. With the inhale, we're going to reach the hands high. And with the exhale, we're going to fold forwards over the legs once more. And once again, only coming down as far as feels comfortable. So maybe tucking the chin at the very bottom, or maybe just a tuck of the chin is enough of a forward fold. Checking in with any differences from one side to the other. There's usually a little bit of a difference from one side to the other. And with the next inhale, we're going to walk the hands back in, lifting the chest. With a big inhale, we're going to reach the hands high. And with the exhale, we're going to land the right hand down to the right, sweeping the left hand up over top and rolling the left shoulder back. If you turn to look up at the ceiling, then it usually helps keep the chest open. Breathing in deeply, and with the exhale, we're going to land the left hand down, sweeping the right hand up overhead, rolling the right shoulder back and turning up towards the ceiling, keeping the chest open, breathing in really deeply here. With the exhale, we're going to lift the hands, coming back through the center. We're going to take the hands down to the floor and coming over into our tabletop. So we've got our hands under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. Drawing a big inhale in, we're going to roll the shoulders back, lifting the chest and the tailbone. And with the exhale, we're going to curl the chin and the tailbone under, finding our cat pose. With the inhale, we're going to roll the shoulders back, lifting the chest, allowing the tummy to drop. And with the exhale, curling everything under and adding in any movement here that feels good. So maybe sinking the hips forwards and backwards, maybe just lifting one hand and then the other, taking a little twist and just noticing if there's any little areas of tightness that you can just stretch out at the very beginning. And when everything's feeling a little bit more familiar, a little bit more mobile, we're going to come back through our tabletop. And from here, we're going to step the left foot forwards, untucking the back toes. And with a big inhale, we're going to sweep the arms high. And we've got the option here to sink the hips forwards. And if you sink the hips forwards, then it's a big stretch all across the front of the right hip flexors. Breathing in, reaching up through the hands. And with the exhale, landing the hands, extending the left leg long, taking the hips back and the chest forwards. So maybe flexing the foot at the ankle, drawing the toes back towards the face. Breathing in really deeply, allowing that huge release all up the back of the left leg. With the next inhale, we're going to bend deeply into the left knee, sweeping the arms high, drawing a really deep inhale in. And with the exhale, we're going to take that half monkey one more time. So sinking the hips back, extending the left leg long. And at the very bottom, we're going to tuck the chin, drawing one last really deep inhale in. And with the next inhale, we're going to bend deeply into the left knee, sweeping the arms high, rolling the shoulders back. And from here, we're going to tuck the back toes. We're going to land the hands down and planting the right hand down. With a big inhale, we're going to lift the back knee and then lifting the left hand high, reaching up through the fingers, breathing in really deeply here. And you want to feel really stable in the base. So maybe taking the feet as wide as the mat, taking a really deep inhale. We're going to lead with the left hand, lifting up into our twisted high lunge, taking the gaze back towards the left hand, rolling the left shoulder back, breathing in really deeply. And with the exhale, we're going to land the right hand down, lifting through the left fingers. We're going to take 2 more of those lifts. So squeezing the tummy, lifting up, rolling the left shoulder back, taking the gaze behind. And with the exhale, landing the right hand down, the left hand lifts. One last time with a big inhale. We're going to squeeze the tummy, lifting up through our twisted high lunge, rolling the left shoulder back, taking the gaze behind. And then with a big inhale, we're going to sweep the left arm forwards and up, reaching up through the hands. And with the exhale, we're going to land the hands down, stepping back through our plank. Taking a really deep inhale in through the nose and maybe a little pedal of the legs. And with the exhale, we're going to lift the hips all the way back and up into our downward facing dog. Drawing a really deep breath in through the nose and releasing a full exhale. With the next exhale, we're going to land the knees, the chest and the chin. And with a big inhale, we're going to draw the chest forwards and up into our upward facing dog. And taking a little moment here to find the most comfortable variation of your upward facing dog. So maybe that means taking the hands forwards a little bit and seeing if you can relax the glutes here. So for me, I'm going to come down onto the forearms, and you can always take a block or maybe a book if you've got a big book at home. Just resting that under the lower ribs usually helps everything relax a little bit quicker. And when everything's feeling a little bit more relaxed, we're going to see about bending the left leg at the knee, taking the right hand into the center. We're going to reach back with the left hand, breathing in really deeply and allowing the front of the left shoulder as well as the front of the left hip to just soften and relax. And we're going to take 2 more really deep inhales here, drawing the breath in, lifting the chest on the inhale, and with the exhale, drawing that foot just a little bit closer. With the next exhale, we're going to release the left foot, taking the hands under the shoulders. With a big inhale, we're going to press back up into our upward facing dog. And with the exhale, we're going to lift the hips, tucking the toes behind. We're going to inhale, lifting the knees. And with the exhale, we're going to send the hips all the way back and up into our downward facing dog once more. Drawing a really deep inhale in through the nose. With the exhale, we're going to land the knees back down. We're back in our tabletop. So from here, we're going to see about stepping the left foot forwards and maybe shuffling that back foot back, finding a place where you can untuck the toes. And with a big inhale, we're going to sweep the arms high, Breathing in, reaching up through the fingers. We've got that option once more to sink the hips forwards. Lifting upwards on the inhale. And with the exhale, we're going to take the hips back, extending the right leg long, flexing at the ankle to take the toes back towards the face. Drawing a really deep inhale in through the nose. And with the exhale, we're going to tuck the chin at the very bottom, taking just one really deep breath here. Now with the next inhale, we're going to bend deeply into the right knee, taking the hips forwards. We're going to sweep the arms up high, drawing the breath in at the very top, rolling the shoulders back. And one more time with the exhale, we're going to extend the right leg long, taking the hips back and the chest forwards, and maybe tucking the chin at the very bottom, but allowing that huge release all up the back of the right leg. With the next inhale, we're going to bend into that right knee, taking the hips forwards, lifting the arms and the chest, taking one really big inhale here. And with the exhale, we're going to land the hands, tucking the back toes. We're going to lift the back knee up and landing the left hand down this time. With a big inhale, we're going to sweep the right arm high, rolling the right shoulder back and checking in that we've got a nice stable base. So maybe taking the feet as wide as the mat here, breathing in deeply, leading with the right hand. We're going to squeeze the tummy, lifting up into our high lunge with a big twist, rolling the right shoulder back this time, taking the gaze back towards the right thumb. With the exhale, we're going to land the left hand down and the right hand reaches high, breathing in, squeezing the tummy. We're going to lift, coming back up to our twisted high lunge, reaching the hands apart. One big inhale here at the top, and with the exhale, we're going to land the left hand down, reaching up through the right fingers. With a big inhale, we're going to squeeze the tummy, lifting up into our twisted high lunge. And with the next exhale, we're going to take both hands down to the floor, stepping the foot back to plank, drawing a really deep inhale in through the nose, rooting down through the hands and reaching back through the heels, squeezing the quads and the tummy. With the exhale, we're going to lower. And with the inhale, we're going to draw the chest forwards and up, untucking the toes at the back and finding our way back into our upward facing dog. Taking a little moment to find the most comfortable variation. So maybe shuffling the hands forwards, rolling the shoulders back, keeping the chest nice and open here. Drawing a deep breath in through the nose. We're going to come down onto the forearms. So finding a place where you can check in with the glutes and noticing if they're switched on, squeezing, and can you allow them to relax. And I'm going to tuck my block back under my bottom ribs, and it just helps everything to release. I think when you feel supported, the nervous system lets everything soften down a little bit quicker. Rolling the shoulders back here, we're going to see about bending the right foot at the knee and reaching back with the right hand, taking hold of the right foot, breathing in really deeply, and with the exhale just allowing that big release across the front of the right shoulder as well as the front of the right hip. With the inhale, we're filling the belly, and with the exhale, we're drawing that foot a little bit closer. And we're going to stay for one more really deep inhale. And with the exhale, we're going to release the foot. Taking the hand back to the front, we're going to take the hands under the shoulders, tucking the toes behind. With the inhale, we're going to lift the hips all the way back and up into our downward facing dog. Taking one last little pedal of the legs here, allowing the hips to lift and lower. And with a big exhale, we're going to land the knees down and we're going to untuck the toes. I've got some blocks here. And we're going to head in towards our puppy pose. So starting in a tabletop, drawing a deep inhale in through the nose. We're going to keep the hips over the knees, but we're going to walk the hands forwards and just allowing the chest to rest downwards. And I've put my blocks in place here. So if you rest your elbows onto the blocks, taking the palms together and back towards the shoulder blades, then it acts as a bit of a shoulder opener as well as a chest opener. So allowing the forehead to come down to a place that's comfortable. And sometimes it comes all the way down to the floor, sometimes it just kind of hovers. But breathing in deeply, allowing the chest to open and lift. And with the exhale, just allowing everything to sink down. And we're going to take 2 more really deep breaths here. Lifting on the inhale and sinking down on the exhale. Allowing the hands and the feet to relax. And with the next exhale, we're going to take the hands back down to the floor, lifting the head, walking the hands back in towards us, and sinking the hips down. Now, thank you so much for joining